All right, let's start up the doubleheader here because Keys and Mboko are about to come out on court as well, which is a fired-up matchup too. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We've got Gauff in a third set against Potapova. We've got Mboko taking on Keys over on court 3. So that's happening. All these players could play each other at some point, so they're all super relevant matches. In that set, by the way, 7 winners, 20 errors by Gauff. And 14 winners, 22 errors by Potapova. So that was ugly by both. But that's why I went to a tiebreak, and that's why it was close. Gauff was 2 points away from winning that set, by the way. Oh, sorry, that match. Oh, the match. It's great listening to Cam while watching TNT. Need to delay you bit sync. You're ahead of it. Yeah, you got to pause the stream and sync it up. That's the way to do it. Yeah, that was a bad tiebreak by Coco. She put all her energy in coming back, but unfortunately, it wasn't really... She got nothing for it. Coco's trying to balance the aggressive mindset with too many errors. I don't think she's being aggressive today. I think she's been very, very patient. She's not trying to hit winners as much. When she has a chance, she does. But yeah. Cerundolo's falling apart. Oh, no. Landaluce is up a break in the 5th. 5 hours and 4 minutes. They're playing 5.5. That's the longest match of the tournament. 5 sets all around. All right. Keys going to serve. But don't worry. We're going to keep with Gauff and Potapova for the most part. We'll get to the Mboko Keys match. We'll jump on over to watch that properly once we find out who is going to get to the 4th round. But this is exactly what we'd expected. Again, this match isn't as good as what we watched earlier. The quality of this match is not as good. The quality of the Jovic Osaka match was definitely higher. A lot of errors in that second set. It was a lot of breaks too. I mean, a lot of breaks. A lot of breaks. Whereas Jovic and Osaka, they were holding serve. I think there was only like a couple of breaks in the match. And Mboko's wearing a white dress today. And she serves first against Keys. Yeah, the quality is what? Bad, yeah. But look, if it's bad quality but close, you know, it's still a good match. It's just not a high quality match. It's been intense though. I mean, Potapova was up 5-2 double break, gave it up, and then got to the tiebreak and did it and got it done eventually. But who's you got between Mboko and Keys, chat? That's a tough one to pick. Mboko, they're both dealing with injuries. As Potapova serving first in the 3rd. Who's winning the 3rd, chat? Who's winning the 3rd? Forehand from Gauff. That goes into the forehand Potapova. Gauff. Nope. Gauff hit it out. 15 love. Late call by the ump. Who you got winning this 3rd set, chat? I'm going to go with... I'm going to stay with Gauff. Going to trust Coco. Stick with Coco for now. I did pick her to win the tournament, so it'd be pretty hypocritical of me if I decided to change my answer. As a return goes in the forehand of Potapova, forehand from Gauff in the backhand of Potapova. To the backhand of Gauff, Potapova backhand is a slice from Gauff. And a backhand drop shot from Potapova. Gauff gets with a lob. Potapova drive volley, but Coco gets it, and then eventually Potapova passes her. All right. 30 love. Also, break points already for Keys. 15-40. All right. Keys is not mucking around. She's got places to be. 15-40 and 30 love for Potapova. As Keys does break. First game. Keys gets the break. 1-love. 40-love Potapova. These two matches are going to be so different as well because Keys and Mboko are just going to try and hit winners every shot. Whereas, obviously, patience is key for Potapova and Gauff. But it's a battle of who's going to win, who's going to hit a winner. That's what we're going to deal with Mboko and Keys. How many winners can you hit? Double fault, 40-15. 40-15. Potapova, first game. And the backhand return goes in the backhand of Potapova. Gauff with a forehand on the stretch. Potapova backhand cross. Gauff gets it. Backhand again from Potapova. Gauff goes up the line with her backhand. Then Potapova forehand into the forehand of Gauff. Gauff eventually hits it out. And it's 1-love Potapova in the third. I saw Mboko hit close up at the practice in India Wells. Very impressive. Yeah, she hits the ball so hard. So hard. All right. Love 15. All right, love 30. Mboko a chance to get the break back. A chance to get the break point to get the break back. All right. As Keys serves a fault, second serve. Potapova comes to the net. Gauff with the pass. Potapova with the volley. Gauff with the pass. Sliced it wide, though. As it's love 15. All right, backhand on Mboko. Into the forehand of Keys. Backhand on Mboko again. To the backhand of Keys. Keys hits it long. Love 40 on Mboko to get back on serve. Straight away. Anyone else impressed Cam can stream for these many hours? As Potapova almost slipped. And it's 15 all. I was lucky. Potapova didn't look graceful there. As Mboko hits it out in the return. It's 15-40. As Gauff comes to the net. Hits a smash. Potapova gets it back. Gauff forehand. Winner. All right, 30-15. Nice hitting from Gauff. Keys serves. In the forehand of Mboko. Keys forehand goes wide. We're back on serve. 1-1. Mboko gets it back straight away. All right, 1-1. Break to start us off. All right. Break. All right, Coco. She has got 30-15. She serves a fault second serve. As the return goes up the line from Potapova. And it's too good. Gauff couldn't get it back. 30-all. Remember, Gauff only held serve like twice in the second set. All right, serve. Into the backhand of Potapova. Backhand from Gauff. No, Potapova hit it out. 40-30 Gauff. 40-30. Gauff to get on the board in the second. Serve to the backhand of Potapova. Return goes to the forehand of Gauff. Potapova forehand again. To the forehand of Gauff. Up the line of the backhand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand again. Into the backhand of Potapova. Gauff with a forehand again. That's Potapova. Cross-court backhand. Great angle. Slice. Gauff goes in. Potapova then slices it out. And it's 1-all. Good hold by Gauff in the end. All right. 1-1 final set. Where's VAR? I thought they were on our side. 15:30. Keys a chance to get the break. Again. As Mboko serves. The back of the Keys. Back in on Mboko again. The back of the Keys. Up the line of the front of Mboko. Keys. Drop shot. Mboko can't get it. 15:40 Keys. 15:40. Potapova serving into the front of Gauff. Potapova goes long on her forehand. All right. Love 15. Love 15. That Cerundolo match is crazy. Backhand to backhand rally. Slice from Gauff up the line. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff goes forehand to the backhand of Potapova. Gauff with the backhand again. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand again. To the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Again with a forehand. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff goes again to that Potapova forehand. And then Gauff goes again to the Potapova forehand. Now Gauff up the line to the backhand of Potapova. Gauff forehand again. Into the backhand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand again to the Potapova forehand. Long rally again. Gauff hits it out eventually. 15-0. Unfortunately, long rally with an error. Boy, Keys breaks again. So Keys is up 2-1 with a break. 3 breaks to start the match. Two hours played in the Potapova Gauff match, by the way. All right, first over fault. Potapova, second serve. Second serve, Potapova. In the back of Gauff. Potapova, forehand on the stretch. Gauff. Forehand cross-court winner. 15:30. 15:30. 15:30. As Potapova serves again. Potapova serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Gauff. Return the backhand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff forehand again. Up the line. Potapova slices it back. And then Gauff puts away the smash. All right, 15:40. Coco with break points. Mic sound is gone. One in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. Just the number one. The number one if you can hear me. Just the number one. Just number one. You can put the number one. You can write the number one if you want. One in the chat if you can hear me. All right, Gauff with break points. All right. Seems like everybody can hear me. All right, that goes out by Potapova. Gauff breaks. 2-1, final set. And Potapova is getting angry. Coaches are getting told off. All right, Coco, 2-1, final set. All right. Thanks, chap. Yeah, you might have to restart your app or refresh. All right. Yeah, you just have to refresh. Might just be a glitch. All right. Cam has a second career opportunity as auctioneer. Yeah. How's that? What's an auctioneer make? How much do they make? Is that a good career path? Kwame's winning. Oh, did he come back? Did he? I thought he was losing. Oh, he's up 6-5 now. Ooh, okay. Kwame doesn't know how to stop, and I love it. All right. We have got a topsy-turvy match going on here. 30-all as Mboko puts it away. Another break point for Mboko to get back on serve again. 30-40. On Mboko. All right. Gauff to serve. Into the forehand of Potapova. Into the forehand of Gauff. Potapova. Backhand. To the slice of Gauff. Potapova forehand. Into the backhand of Gauff. And Potapova hits it out. And it's 15-love. High chat traffic is probably causing the glitches. Maybe, yeah. All right. Keys survives. Keys survives and gets the deuce. Doesn't get broken back yet. All right. Potapova slice in the forehand of Gauff. Oh, Gauff in the ground. 15-0. As Keys hits that one out. And it's advantage Mboko to get back on serve. Glad we have an epic FAA Nakashima coming up. Hopefully. I mean, we've had that many 5-setters. Hopefully that it should be, right? All right. Advantage on Mboko. As a return goes into the forehand of Keys. Then Keys with the forehand winner. She gets the deuce. All right. 15-30, Potapova. Gauff serves the backhand of Potapova. He's Gauff backhand. Into the forehand of Potapova to the forehand of Gauff. Potapova forehand again. Gauff goes up the line. Potapova's there with backhand crossed. Into the backhand of Gauff. They go backhand to backhand. As Potapova again, the backhand of Gauff. Now Potapova goes the forehand of Gauff. Just hitting down the middle at the moment. As Potapova eventually misses in the net. And it's 30-0. Keys holds. She's up 3-1. All right. As Potapova makes an error, it's 40-30. All right, backhand to backhand rally as Potapova goes to the forehand of Gauff. Potapova comes to the net. Gauff with a pass. Too good. Gauff holds 3-1. Great hold in the end. 3-1 Coco. Three-one. All right. Back to Potapova. Oh, serve and the racket fell out of the hands. Oh. Is she all right, though, Potapova? I think she might have ripped a nail off or something because she just, like, her racket just flew into the ground. And Gauff wins a point, love 15. Ouch. Yeah, her grip just completely flew out of her hands. All right, love 15, Coco. All right, return goes backhand of Potapova. Gauff with the backhand of the line. Potapova forehand cross. Gauff gets it back. Potapova backhand again to the backhand of Gauff. And Potapova forehand again to the backhand of Gauff. Potapova again with the backhand of the backhand of Gauff. Potapova with the forehand cross court. Gauff gets it. Potapova again with the forehand into the slice of Gauff. Potapova. Forehand again. Good angle. Gauff gets it back with a slice. Potapova with a backhand cross court. Gauff gets that with a slice, but it's in the net. And it's 15-0. All right, deuce here on Mboko, just trying to hold. All right. Keys gets it back to the backhand of Mboko. Keys to the backhand of the line. Mboko forehand cross court. Keys gets that back. Mboko forehand again. Keys again to the forehand of Mboko as Keys forehand again. Into the forehand of Mboko. Sliced in the net. Keys got a chance to get the double break. Advantage Keys. As Potapova double faults. 15-30. Landaluce and Cerundolo are about to play 5.5 hours. Kwame is in a 4th set tiebreak to keep things going. All right, return goes in the forehand of Potapova, and she hits an inside-out winner, I think. Yep, 30. Oh, great shot. And Mboko survives. Deuce. Beautiful shot from Potapova. All right, deuce. Returning there from Gauff. 40. Wrong match. It's 40-30. Got Potapova. Advantage on Mboko. It's 30-all. Landaluce's arm's about to fall off. Really? That's not good. All right. Ace out wide. All right, Potapova. She holds, but Gauff's got the break. 3-2 final set. And then Keys hits in the net. 3-2 Keys. First set. Why is everyone playing 5-setters? I know, right? It's brutal. I feel Coco is playing a lot better than the first and second sets. I think so, yeah. I think she's definitely... I mean, also Potapova is definitely fading, you know. All right. I enjoy watching your videos. You do a great job. Eve, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Eve. Also, can you just tell everybody that I didn't tell you to say that? That you said that on your own? That was an organic comment, and I didn't make you say that or pay you to say that. Just say that you're a legitimate person. We've never met. We've never met. Just tell everybody in the chat that that was a totally... You said that. I didn't tell you to say that. Just so everybody is clear that that was a genuine compliment and no, it wasn't made to say that. You said that on your own. All right. Just for one time, Gauff step inside baseline and take second serve. Just one time. She's got the break though, so it's working. All right. 3-2 Gauff. As Gauff serves, a fault. Second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Potapova. Backhand from Gauff to the forehand of Potapova. Again to the forehand of Gauff. Potapova backhand into the backhand of Gauff up the line to the forehand of Potapova. Gauff backhand again, sliced. Potapova puts it away though. And it's love 15. Compliments need a disclaimer. All right. Good shot from Potapova, love 15. Keys with the break. 15 love as well. As on Mboko, it's a winner. It's 15-0. All right. Potapova forehand again to the forehand of Gauff, who shanks it long, and it's love 30. Oh, no. Coco looking a little distressed now. Love 30. Love 30. As Gauff serves a fault. Double fault, man. I think that might be a second double fault of the match, Coco. Worst times. Love 40. Potapova to get back on serve. Serving to the backhand of Potapova. Backhand from Gauff. Into the backhand of Potapova. Up the line's a winner. We're back on serve. Potapova levels 3-3. Man, that was a sloppy game by Coco. All right, 30-15 that goes in the net by Keys. And it's 30-all. Keys is about to get the break back too. 30-all. Serve again from Keys into the backhand of Mboko. Keys' forehand goes long. Break point on Mboko, 30-40. To get back on serve. Also 3-all in this final set. Gauff has had the better of it, but Potapova has broken back. 4-4 rally. There's a bit of forehand from Gauff. Again, the forehand of Potapova. Keys with a good serve, gets the deuce. There's a bit of forehand off the tape from Potapova. Gauff gets it with the slice at the line, but it's long. 15 love. Potapova says sorry. All right, 15 love. All right, 15 love. Deuce for Keys. She's just trying to keep the break. You just said she was fading? Well, she was fading. And then she fooled us all. All right, backhand into the forehand of Mboko. Forehand now from Keys into the backhand of Mboko. Keys forehand again as Mboko backing up the line. Keys slice is a drop shot. Mboko gets it. But Keys with the forehand winner. Keys got advantage. All right, as Gauff wins the point. A bit of a shout from Coco, 15-all. We haven't seen that too often. By the way, remember Potapova beat Raducanu a couple of weeks ago. She's legit. 15-all. Cerundolo and longest match ever. I think it's longest match of the year. This tournament. I don't think it's ever. I think the longest match here ever is like 6 hours. All right, advantage Keys. As Mboko slice into the back. Slice from Keys and Mboko backhand goes wide. 4-2. Keys holds, keeps the break. Didn't like Clermont and Santoro play like a 6 hour match here? I think it's the longest match of the tournament so far. There's definitely been 6 hour matches here. All right, 15:30. Longest match of RG was 5 hours and 14 minutes. Really? Huh. Is that all? Double fault. Oh, and Potapova just grabbed her shoulder. 15:40. Coco. Chance to break. That was a genuine compliment from my heart, and I watch you all the time, and I enjoy your commentary. See, chat, I told you. People actually do like this stuff. And that was a genuine comment by Eve. Eve was not lying or making any jokes. Like some of the others in the chat that are making jokes and saying, yeah, I love this channel. Sure. Why not? Whatever. He didn't pay me. Okay. Thank you, Eve, for being honest. And thank you for telling all these people that did not believe me that you are genuine. And I appreciate you. 15:40. Gauff. Chance to break. As with a backhand rally, Potapova up the line. Gauff with the forehand open court. Potapova gets it. As Gauff backhand in the net. Great hustle from Potapova. 30-40. Gauff starting to look stressed though. The longest match is 6 hours and 33 minutes. Yeah, I think they meant longest match of the tournament. All right. 30-40, Gauff, break point. As the return goes out by Gauff and it's deuce. All right, Mboko, 40 love. By the way, FAA is supposed to start in 20 minutes. I don't think so. All right. We get the deuce. All right. Mboko holds. It's 4. Sorry, Keys hit a winner. It's not 4-3 yet. It's still 4-2. All right. 40. It's been a backhand rally. Mboko, Potapova hits a backhand up the line. And as Gauff hits it up the line of the backhand of Potapova. Backhand from Gauff again. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff up the line. Potapova backhand cross court. Gauff. Drop shot. Potapova gets there. Gauff with a lob. Potapova with a drive volley. Straight to Gauff, who hits it wide. Oh, man. Coco. She had the chance. Great hustle. Again from Potapova. Advantage Potapova. Cam is a cool dude, and believe it or not, found out from my grandma, always watches and supports. Oh, really? So you went to your grandma's house and she was like, oh, I watched this YouTube channel. And you're like, me, I watched that too. That's kind of insane. I love it. All right, 4-3, Keys with the break. There's a backhand return from Gauff. And Potapova puts it away. Gauff is in big trouble now. 4-3, Potapova leads. Potapova with the lead. All right. Remember, Gauff was up 3-1. Doing a great job. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Keys with a break. 4-3 first set. Kwame is just saved a match point, didn't he? I mean, there's a rule on the men's side. You have to play 5 sets. You have to. It's either you win in straights or you win in 5. There's no 4-setters. Not allowed. No 4-setters allowed. That's the rule on the men's side. It's win in 5 or win in straights. No in between. All right. 4-3. Potapova takes the lead. 3 games in a row. Momentum with her. 4-3. All right, here we go. Coco to serve. Very important games coming up. Serving to the backhand of Potapova. Backhand from Gauff. Potapova up the line. Gauff with the slice. Potapova on the attack. Forehand is good. Up goes a lob by Gauff. Potapova completely misses the smash. She hits it out by a mile. Cam, your commentary yesterday on the Djokovic match was awesome. You did a great job keeping us up to date for hours, helping us understand. Yeah, I appreciate that. I felt good. That's how I felt after the match. I was like, yeah, that was a good one. I had a lot of fun. It was a fun one. It was enjoyable. It was a great match. Yeah, that was one of my favorite streams of the year. 15 love. Into the backhand from Gauff into the backhand of Potapova. Gauff with the backhand goes long, and it's 15-all. 15-all. All right. Keys, by the way, has got a break 4-3. 31 minutes, though. It's been a pretty long start to this match. All right, Gauff serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Coco. Returning the net by Potapova. Free point, 30-15. All right. Keys, 30 love, by the way. She hits a lovely volley. 40 love Keys. Ooh. 40 love. All right, backhand return from Potapova. The backhand of Gauff as they go backhand to backhand. Gauff with a forehand on the stretch. Potapova in control. Goes cross-court. Gauff with a slice. That's Potapova forehand cross-court. Gauff gets it. Potapova. Forehand again. Gauff gets it. Into the forehand of Potapova again. Gauff. Good angle. Potapova gets it though. Gauff then goes up the line. Potapova's there with the backhand. Gauff. Drop shot. Potapova gets that with a slice. Gauff with a pass. Potapova drop volley. Gauff gets it. Potapova passing shot. Win up the line. That is the rally of the match. 30-all. What a hustle by Potapova. Coco had her beat a couple of times. But Potapova is just relentless. 30-all. What a shot. Gauff with a great drop shot. How did Gauff pick that up, though? I mean, Potapova had a great angled drop volley, and Gauff got there. Somehow Gauff got there. All right. 30-all. Big point here. Forehand up the line from Gauff into the backhand of Potapova. Gauff. Backhand again. As Potapova goes up the line and long. Ooh, that was a free point for Gauff. Potapova missed that one bad. 40-30. Mboko going down in this first set. Love 30. Tabilo wins. Man. Good run, though. Great run from Kwame. Backhand rally. As Potapova goes to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Potapova. Again to the forehand of Gauff. Potapova misses the forehand wide, and it's 4 games all in the third. All right. Gauff hangs on. Keys love 30. She's about to take this first set. If she can win this point, slice goes up. In comes Keys. And Keys has got love 40. 3 set points for Keys. First set against Mboko. Three set points for Madison Keys. All right, 4-all. Potapova to serve. There's a return. Goes into the forehand of Potapova. Ooh, she hits it deep into the backhand of Gauff. Potapova backing up the line. Gauff gets it back. Potapova backhand cross-court. Gauff gets it. In the backhand of Potapova. Again, the backhand of Gauff. Drop shot is going to go wide by Coco. Just faded wide. And Keys does take the set with a break. 6-3. Madison Keys first set. All right. Nice one from Keys. Good stuff from Maddie. What a start. All right. 15 love Potapova. Backhand return from Gauff. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand again to the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Goes up the line. Potapova's there with her backhand. And then Gauff with a drop shot. Potapova's going to get it. Gauff with a pass is a lob. Potapova gets it with a smash, but Gauff's going to get it with a backhand. Potapova gets that back somehow, but it's in the net. Coco, smart enough to hit that lob. Both these ladies are very good at doubles. So you'd expect them to be able to volley, smash, and hit lobs. And they're good at running to the ball too. They're both very quick. 15-all. Bravo, Coco. That's it. All right, 15-all. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome everybody who has subscribed. All right, first has a fault, second serve. Mboko playing terrible in that first set against Keys. As we return now to the forehand of Potapova. Potapova hits out. 15-30. 4 winners, 15 errors from Mboko first set. Keys with the 10 winners, 13 errors. Now Mboko just not finding her game in that first set. All right, Potapova to serve. These two have both won 99 points each. What a stat. All right, 15-30. Potapova serves. A fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Gauff. Backhand Potapova. As Gauff gets it back with the backhand. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff doing all the running. The slice goes long from Coco. And it's 30-all. Cerundolo serving for the stupid tiebreak. Is he? Oh, he is. Also, Analdi and Collignon are 1-set-all, 5-all, 3 hours played. All right, serve into the forehand of Gauff. Forehand from Potapova to the backhand of Gauff. Potapova. Cross-court forehand. Gauff gets it. Potapova, forehand. Cross-court again. Gauff gets it. Deep into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand in the nets. 40-30. Potapova. That was a big point to lose. Such an important point. Coco hits it in the net. 40-30. And Gauff's starting to look real stressed. That was a tough, tight forehand. 40-30. Potapova serves again. A fault. Oh, was it corrected? Okay, first serve again. Umpire overrule. Lines people are nervous. $40-30. Potapova serves. Into the forehand of Gauff. Potapova backhand. Goes long and Gauff with a bit of a shout. All right. We get to deuce. Ruud Fonseca is tomorrow night. So we'll watch that tomorrow night. All right, deuce. Potapova serves. To the forehand of Gauff. Return the backhand of Potapova. As with a backhand again from Gauff. Potapova up the line with the backhand is too good. Advantage Potapova. And I tell you, these two ladies are shouting at each other. Every time they win a point, they look at each other and shout. There is some tension in the air. Yeah, Potapova, big shout when... Yeah, she was looking straight at Gauff when she said, come on. There is some fire in this one. Advantage Potapova. Serving the back of the Gauff. Potapova forehand, cross court. Gauff gets it. As Potapova forehand again to the forehand of Gauff. Potapova going after it. Backhand cross court. Gauff gets it. Backhand cross court again. Potapova. Gauff gets it. Potapova now on the stretch. Gauff. Cross court again. Potapova gets that to the forehand of Gauff. Into the backhand of Potapova. Gauff. Backhand again into the backhand of Potapova. Now Gauff with a forehand. Into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Cross court again. Potapova gets it. Gauff. Up the line goes long. Potapova gets the lead. 5-4. Marathon games. And Coco's going to serve to stay in the match. What is this? 5-4 Potapova. All right, 5-4. Big game coming up. Big game coming up. All right. By the way, Keys, she gets the game in the first game of the second. 1-up. Keys is cruising. All right. Back to Mboko. Sorry, back to Potapova. Because she is one game away. Gauff's going to serve to stay in it. Serve. Potapova gets it back to the forehand of Gauff. Forehand of Potapova. Into the forehand of Gauff. Up the line, the back of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand again. Into the forehand of Potapova on the stretch. Off the tape. Gauff with a drop shot. Is way too good. Great hands by Coco. 15 love. Am I cold? Kind of, yeah. A little bit. Maybe. All right. First serve is a fault from Gauff. Second serve. FAA versus Ojaliasim versus Nakashima is coming up soon. As we're backing up from Gauff. Cross court. Slice from Potapova. Lob goes up. Gauff. Drive volley. That's a good shot, but Potapova gets it. Gauff forehand again. As Potapova slices that up the line. Gauff backhand cross court. Potapova gets it, but hits in the net. Potapova looks exhausted after that rally. That was a marathon. All right, 30 love. Today's so insane. Yeah. All right, 30 love. Am I in Antarctica? Yes, actually, I am. I'm at the research center. We're just, checking on the polar bears. And the penguins. And the seals. Definitely all the seals. There's a lot of seals. Backhand rally. Up the line now from Gauff into the forehand of Potapova. Gauff. Forehand again to the backhand of Potapova. Gauff. Up that line with a forehand from Potapova. Gauff forehand again. Potapova gets it back. Gauff. Forehand to forehand with Potapova. Now Potapova hits a winner up the line. And it's 30-15. Potapova wants to finish that rally perfectly. So you're not cold. Yes. All right, 30-15. Also on Mboko, 30-all in the first games of the second. All right, go for the fault, second serve. Oh, double fault. I'll tell you, Gauff has hit only like a handful of double faults, but they've been at the worst times. The absolute worst times. Coco is in big trouble. 30-all. 2 points away. Potapova from taking this match. Remember, Coco was 2 points away in the second set. Serving the forehand of Potapova. Return goes back into Gauff. Potapova. Backhand to the forehand of Gauff. It's Potapova backhand cross court. Gauff gets it with a drop shot. Potapova's going to get it though because it was a terrible drop shot. And Potapova's got a match point. Gauff just threw that point away. The drop shot was not even it was like service line. I mean, drop shot is generous. That was a generous term for a shot like that. Potapova's got match point. Gauff serves. Serving to the forehand of Potapova. Return goes to the forehand of Gauff. Gauff shanks it wide. Potapova wins. Coco is out. Defending champion gone. Wow. Now it's on the women's side that we're starting to get carnage. Anisimova and Gauff gone within the same couple of days, or couple of hours, I should say. And Potapova, what part of the draw is that? I don't even know. Where are we? What part of the draw is that? So Gauff is gone. Kalinskaya Potapova. Winner plays Parry or the Polish qualifier that I have to learn their name. What a weird-ass little section of that draw. Anisimova gone. Noskova gone. Gauff gone. Alexandra Eala out. Mertens was gone too. Zhang was in there. So was Sakari. They're all gone. Parry will play a qualifier. And Kalinskaya Potapova will be the other match. And that's all to just maybe play Sabalenka. Maybe. Sabalenka Keys, though, that's becoming more and more of a chance of being the quarters. Keys got a break point. Man. No Raducanu, no Gauff, no Anisimova. Does it help Swiatek? A little bit, but Swiatek's still got to play Kostruk tomorrow. And Svitolina. Eventually. As it a final from Mboko, that's in the net. And there it is. Keys with the break in the second as well. What a crazy tour. We haven't even made it to the fourth rounds. We're not even in the second week yet. We're not even in the second week. Chat, I want to tell you who I want to go down the list of who have lost. Right? Real quick, right? Start on the men's side, because that's been carnage. Alcaraz withdrew before the tournament started, so did Musetti, right? We lost Sinner, Djokovic, Shelton, Medvedev, Fritz, Demonor, Bublik, all gone. On the women's side, Raducanu, Pegula, Gauff, Anisimova, and Mukova, all gone. Mboko's about to lose. She's in trouble now. You've got 5 top 10 players left on the women's side. Andreeva, Svitolina, Swiatek, Sabalenka. Only 4. 3 of those players have to play each other. Eventually, Sabalenka's got no top 10 players to play, unless Mboko comes back, until the final. So Sabalenka's got a better draw as of now. But I think we already thought that she had a better draw anyway. And on the men's side, there's only 2 top 10 players left, and we're not even in the 4th round. This is the 3rd round. This is still the first week. Tomorrow is week 2, right? Second half of the tournament, 4th round onwards. We're not even in the round of 16 yet, and we've already lost that many top 10 players. Now, on the women's side, we're a bit more used to it. We do have sometimes, like Wimbledon last year, the total carnage, right? On the men's side, we're not used to this. And on the men's side, we've still got FAA tonight. Who knows what happens? Zverev's still got to play tomorrow. Who knows what happens? Swiatek plays Kostyuk. Svitolina plays Bencic, right? There are no sure things. It is just crazy. This is French Open. It's just crazy. 15-all. Keys has got the set in the break. Crazy. All right. Forehand now from Mboko into the forehand of Keys. Mboko. Again to the forehand of Keys. Mboko forehand again. Up the line. Keys gets with the backhand. As Mboko backhand goes in the net. It's 30-15. Andreeva to win. I mean, look. It's funny because it's very the draw is very similar on men and women's side, right? So the top half of the draw is so open on the men's side, and the top half of the draw is basically Sabalenka's, right? At the moment. But it's still like so many upsets on the top half of the draw. Same with the men's side. Where on the women's side, down the bottom, right, is where you're probably going to get, there's a lot of contenders down the bottom. Bencic, Svitolina, Kostyuk, Swiatek, Andreeva, Castella, right? They're all contenders, right? And then on the men's side, it's down the bottom. You got like Fonseca, Ruud, Hadar, Zverev, Rublev, Menchik, right? All of those guys are down the bottom. And the top half is just who knows what happens, right? If Sabalenka loses to Osaka, that would just blow the draw wide open of the top half, and it'll look exactly like the men's draw. Where we don't know who's going to be in the final at the top. And down the bottom, it's going to be a bit of a fight. Big fight down the bottom. Crazy. Coco was 2 points away in the second set. Potapova is dangerous, man. She is so dangerous. 40-30. Keys for a 3-love lead. What's going on with Landaluce is up 8-6. 5 hours, 55 minutes. How are they going to play another match? Like, how are they going to continue this tournament after that match? That's insane. That is insane. That is a crazy, scary, crazy score. It's a crazy score, mate. Potapova's a great clay swing. Yeah, I mean, she's taking a Gauff. She's taking a Raducanu. She had to go through qualies as well, right? You should revise your draw prediction now. It's a new scenario. That's not a thing. You make a prediction, you stick by your prediction. If you lose, you lose. You just move on. You don't do it again and make new predictions. All right, deuce. As Key serves a fault second serve. What a match, chat. I still think, actually, I want to send it to you guys. Do you think Gauff Potapova was better or worse than Osaka Jovic? I feel like Jovic Osaka was still better. It's such a shame that match wasn't on center court and got more attention, because that match was better, in my opinion. Gauff Potapova was ugly. It was more intense, I think, maybe, but it was definitely worse quality. Osaka Jovic was so good. All right. Jovic, okay. All right, advantage Mboko to get back on serve. Osaka Jovic is better? Okay. That's what I think too. As that goes out by Mboko. This was a great match though. I mean, we've had a lot of three-setters. A lot of three-setters on the women's side of late too. All right, deuce. We get to deuce. Apparently Arsenal are in extra time. There's a forehand now from Mboko into the backhand of Keys. Mboko. Backhand again, the backhand of Keys. Up the line from Keys goes long. Advantage on Mboko. How? How did that happen, chap? What just happened? He was down 8-6. Chat, this tournament is insane. And we're going to have like some unseeded champions. There's a forehand now from Keys. Into the backhand of Mboko. Backhand from Keys. Again to the backhand of Mboko. As Keys with the forehand to the forehand of Mboko. Into the forehand of Keys. It's Mboko. Forehand again to the forehand of Keys. Mboko again with that forehand. Keys backing up the lines, a winner. Back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. All right, deuce. Keys wants that 3-love lead. So Berrettini versus Cerundolo in the fourth rounds. Crazy. 6 hours almost. As we find it from Keys to back of Mboko. Back into Keys is a drop shot. Mboko gets there with a slice. Keys the forehand pass. Too good. Keys advantage. Advantage Keys to take the 3-love lead in the second. Yeah, Teichmann's going to win the tournament. Teichmann for the win. All right, advantage Keys. As a forehand now from Keys. In the back of Mboko up the line. That's a great shot on Mboko. Back to deuce. Roof's going to be close to Felix. Is there going to be rain on the way? Ooh, okay. Is Keys the last American lady in the tournament? Maybe. Maybe. I think so. Nisimova's gone. Stern's gone. Yeah. She is the last American. All right. Advantage on Mboko. Jovic is gone. Gauff's gone. Jeez, she is the only American in the fourth round on the women's side when they've got so many top players too. That's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, lost 3 today. Yeah, 3 of the big ones too. All right, serve. In the back end of Mboko. Forehand now from Keys. Into the forehand of Mboko. And Keys. Cross-court winner. Great angle. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right, at the end of this game, we'll merge the streams. Back to deuce. All right. Advantage Keys to take the 3-love lead. How many times have I said that in this game? Serving the forehand of Mboko. Back into Keys. Mboko backhand. Again to the back of Keys. Into the forehand of Mboko. Keys. Up the line. Mboko gets it back with the backhand. Cross court into the backhand of Keys. Mboko. Forehand up the line again. Keys gets it back with the backhand, but it's in the net. And we go back to deuce. Deuce again. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've still got the men's Felix match after this. Still got FAA after this. He's not before. He's not playing for another 25 minutes. All right. That's all right. We got time. We'll get through this Keys match first, and then we'll go from there. All right, good serve out wide. Mboko hits it out on the return. No, umpire said it was a fault. Second serve. Crazy score lines. Oh, man. It's been insane. All right, 4-4 rally. As Mboko eventually hits it out. And it is advantage Keys. Hey, Goats. Thank you for the 43 months. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 43 months. All right, advantage Keys. As Keys holds. All right. Finally, Keys gets the hold, and it's 3-love in the second. Keys with the set and the break. All right. Jump on over here. We'll merge the streams if you want to keep watching Keys on Mboko. But, yeah, great win from Potapova. I mean, she is so dangerous. And she proved that yet again. And the carnage is just starting to creep into the women's game because on the men's side, we've lost so many of the players that we're used to seeing win. And now on the women's side, we're starting to lose, Grand Slam finalists and champions as well. So, yeah. And Mboko's in trouble right now against the Grand Slam champions. And maybe this is like a win-win or not a bad loss either way. But jump on over if you want to keep watching this one. All right. What a day, chat. What a day. We still haven't done yet. We've still got one more match after this. And FAA, I mean, we'll see how his nerves are because obviously he's got to deal with being one of the favorites here now. And that can be a problem. That can suck. All right. 3-love. Keys in the second. All right. Cool. All right. 3-love. That's a forehand rally. Forehand from Keys, the forehand from Mboko. Keys forehand again. The forehand from Mboko up the line at the back of the Keys. Mboko wins the point. Oh, sorry, hits it long. Keys hit the baseline. Love 15. Looks like Analdi and Collignon are going to go 5 as well. Of course they are. You're not allowed to play a 4-setter. It's 5 sets, and Tabilo broke the rule, but it's 5 sets or 3. That's it. You can't play 4 sets. Not allowed. It's 5 or 3. That's the rule. No 4-setters, Tabilo. All right. Too hard hitting from Keys. It's love 30. Love 30. Canadians' flags are still flying. Love 30. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the net by Keys. 15-30. All right, 15-30. As with a 4-4 rally. And that goes in the net by Keys eventually. Mboko. 30-all. 30-all. Seventh one of Keys, backing him from Mboko. Keys gets it back with the backhand. Mboko into the net. 30-40. 30-40 for a double break. As a default second serve. Tiafo just started as well, by the way. All right. As with a forehand now from Mboko. Keys gets it back. Mboko slice. And Keys can't get it. Mboko gets the deuce. She survives. All right, Keys survives. Do you still think we need to be worried about Coco losing? She dropped to number 6. Do you think she will climb back up the rankings? Yeah, I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be okay. I think the big plus from Coco has been the limited double faults. Like, her double fault count has dropped over the last couple of months. That is not being a problem. Losing to Potapova today was always a possibility. We knew that when the draw came out, didn't we? As Keys puts away the smash advantage. Keys for a double break. Gauff just had a tough draw. I mean, Potapova, we knew this was going to be the 50-50. Had Gauff won today, semi-finals, right? We're right there. Because Gauff won her first 2 matches pretty easily, but Potapova's been dangerous and proved that today. But the best thing about Gauff is her serving has been much, much better. That wasn't why she lost today. Now, she did double fault at unfortunate times, but she didn't double fault, 20 times, right? So that's a move in the right direction. She did double fault, 6 times, maybe? No, only 3. But the thing was, the 3 times she double faulted, one was at 30-15 to then go to 30 all, and she double faulted it. Those 3 times were at some of the worst times. But overall, 3 double faults in a match like that is really good for Gauff. And she played a very good match, and she almost won it. But I wouldn't be that bothered if you're a Gauff fan. It sucks that she lost as defending champion, but tough draw, and there's a lot more positives within her game than the result today, if that makes sense. I'd be optimistic about Coco going forward. Potapova is probably going to be top 20 by the end of the year. Her game has been so scary, and she's beaten Raducanu as well. I mean, it's not like Potapova's totally unheard of and hasn't done anything. She beat Raducanu as a lucky loser. I mean, roof is going to be open. Okay, 3-1 Keys. Serve to the backhand of Mboko. Backhand out from Keys. Mboko forehand. It's Keys. Hits a winner. 15 love. $15 love. All right, 30 love. Dirty love. All right, 400 rally. As Mboko goes back into Keys. 400 from Mboko. Keys goes up the line of the forehand of Mboko. It's Keys, forehand again. Mboko forehand goes into the forehand of Keys. Mboko rips the forehand cross-court winner. Shot. 30-15. Ruud and Zverev, the only French Open finalists left in the draw. On the men's side, yes. And Berrettini's the only other Grand Slam finalist. He made a Wimbledon final, I think. Nobody else, right? FAA made semis. And that's it, right? City passes out. He lost. All right. 30-15. As we get a forehand in the net by Mboko, 40-15. As Keys with the forehand up the middle. To the backhand of Mboko, and then Mboko reps the forehand in the backhand of Keys. Mboko forehand cross court goes wide, and it's 4-1 Keys in the second. All right. She's paying these coaches a lot of money not to be winning. She needs to change something. It's crazy with all these improvements. She cannot still win. This is crazy. What, Gauff? No. What do you mean? That's you're pressing the red button. You're pressing the nuke button. You're freaking out, and you're pressing the button. Don't press that button. Don't press the button, right? Don't press that button, right? It's not. There have been more positives from having the new coach, and it's showing. It's starting to show. Now it's not showing with her winning Roland Garros. But like I said, within the games, she's serving much better. So getting rid of him would be silly at this point because they're starting to see the game within the game, and now they can work on. Okay, now the serve's isn't as big of a problem. Now we can work on. By the way, she only lost this match by this much. It's gonna piss down rain later. She only lost this match, barely lost this match, right? It wasn't like a bad beat at all. She barely, it was a 50-50 towards the end, right? And she made the final of Rome, right? So I don't think, if you're a Gauff fan, and by the way, chat, if you're a Gauff fan and you're watching TV and they're telling you that Gauff is, like, they're freaking out on TV, because they probably are, don't get sucked in to the alarmist. Don't get sucked in. Don't get sucked in. All right? Gauff is progressing fine, right? She had her serve 12 months ago. She got away with, on the clay last year, her serve, not being as good. The big thing's going to be, now that we're going on to a faster court, let's see how her serve looks on grass. And if she improves at Wimbledon, that's a plus. Because remember, last year she lost first round. So let's see how she serves on the grass and over the next couple of weeks. Maybe after Wimbledon, reassess the coaching situation. Because, she's limiting double faults. That was why she brought the coach in. So he's doing the job that she called him for, right? I need help with double faults. I keep hitting double faults. My serve's not working. He's limiting double faults. He's helping. The results will come. The results will come. Today was a tough loss. It was a 50-50. There was always a chance. Maybe not a 50-50, but it was always a chance that Potapova would win. But she played well against the other players this week. And the grass will be interesting because she doesn't have much. She has nothing to lose on grass. But again, I wouldn't worry about Coco. I think her game is fine. It's just the results and also some of the matchups she's had have been real tricky. I mean, Svitolina has been a nightmare, right? We know Svitolina has been a nightmare this year. Potapova is made from the same game, right? They play very similar. They like to defend and rally forever, and then then attack you. So no surprise that we got the same, a similar type of player taking Coco out. So that's where Coco's struggling against that type. But yeah, I'm not as a Coco fan myself, I am not bothered. I'm like, okay, tough loss, sucks that she lost, but I'm not I'm not stressed because I think that her serve is getting better. And that was the problem. Her serve was letting her down. Her serve didn't let her down today. It was just a couple of shots here and there at crucial times that Potapova was able to win. 4-all, that game was up for grabs. Potapova took it, clutch, and she won. It was so close. Anyways, love 15. On Mboko, she's down a break. But yeah, I wouldn't. Don't be. If you're hearing people going crazy over Coco and being like, oh, she needs to change everything. It's like, no, she doesn't. 4-4 rally. As we're the backhand now from Mboko, backhand out from Keys into the forehand of Mboko. Keys with the forehand again is a drop shot. And it's a winner, 15-all. By the way, if you watch other sports, firing and hiring coaches in other sports is way more common and shouldn't be something that you come into tennis with and think that like the solution is always getting rid of the coach. That's not always the solution. We're not playing football here, right? We're not playing basketball where you can just, get another coach. That's not how it works. Tennis is like you need to stick with the coaches longer. Switching coaches all the time is not like you can do that in other sports, right? You've got a team, but when it's one person, they have to hear from another voice and a new voice every other week. That's not going to help anybody. So, firing the coach is not the answer. That is not the answer. I agree with you. Coco is fine. She had a tough draw, and she has improved a lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think you can just put this one down to a bad draw. All right, forehand goes into the forehand of Mboko. Mboko hits it out. 30-all. 30-all. Bro, I'm not a football channel. I don't know. You're so against firing coaches. Not a bad take though. Yeah, because I don't think it's healthy. Like fans, it's so stupid. It's the dumbest. I hate when people come in and go. It's so shallow thinking. When it's just like coming in and going. The answer is fire the coach. No, it's not. Stop making excuses for their losses. That's such a loser move. You're a loser move. You are so like. Can you be more? Okay, give us some answers. All right, go. State of Zen. You have the floor. Explain what happened today. Go on. You have the floor. Go on. Give us a good. We get the break back, by the way. Go on. You've got the floor. It's all yours. Go on. Give us your take on this match, man. On that match. Go on. Go on. This will be interesting. I don't know if he's allowed to use the words that he might use, though, so it'll be interesting. He might not be able to say what he really wants to say because we're not on Twitter. Go on. You have the floor. We're listening. This is when they run. Come on. We're waiting. We're waiting. Coco lost. Don't excuse a bad draw. She didn't step up and win like she should. Wow, that was so insightful. That was so insightful. Thank you for that. That was worth it. All right, 4-3. We're back on serve here. Mboko gets the break back. She's fighting. I'll tell you what, something that Mboko has, we've seen this before. She fights. She does not let matches slide. And we saw that the other day. She was losing, and then she all of a sudden was just fighting back to win. All right. By the way, there's certain players that lose, and it's so annoying when they lose. Not because I like them, but because of the reaction. Like the reaction that happens when Gauff loses, Sinner loses, Raducanu loses, right? When these players lose, it just brings out that same. It's just the same people. They all don't like those same. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they. It's just the same shit. It's so annoying. Like yeah, I picked Gauff to win, but even when I don't pick Gauff to win and Gauff loses, it just brings out the worst people, like the worst in people. They just come out and just like, I don't know why. I don't know why. Though, like people get so upset and so they take so much joy out of Coco losing. It's really annoying. 15-0. Like it just, I don't know what it is. The backhand goes out by Mboko. They do it when Swiatek loses as well. Yeah. They lost money? Of course. 15-30. That makes sense then. Coco was favored in the match. Odds were there you go. He just said that, okay, you're right. You got it. There you go. It's because of gambling. That's why. That makes so much sense. So the reason why, so no matter what I say, if I give you enough, if I give a good take about Coco, why she, that she shouldn't be worried, you're like, but that's not going to pay me because she lost today and I had money on her today. But I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the Coco fans. The ones that are like, oh no, she hasn't won much. Coco fans, don't worry. People that are gambling on Coco, I couldn't give a stuff about you. Like, I don't care what your bank account looks like. That's not up to me. That doesn't go and give a shit, mate. That's got nothing to do with me. So that's why. So that's the people that lost on Coco today. That's why they're so angry. And they're not going to listen. They're going to be like, oh, you're making excuses. Because whatever I say is not going to bring back their money. So... No, Alice, I know you're not. I'm not talking to you. You're actually a Coco fan. I'm talking about everyone else who's like, stop making excuses for Coco. It's like, but it makes sense that okay, makes sense now. Well, I'm sorry that you lost, right? But if you can't handle the loss, maybe you shouldn't be gambling in the first place. If you're going to be upset, get upset by it. Like, you shouldn't do it if it makes you so angry. As we're 4-4 in rally, and then up the line from Mboko's good. Slice from Keys. Mboko backhand is a winner, and we get a 4-all here. 4-all. Coco's only 22. We don't need to worry. Exactly. She's got 2 Grand Slams. There's nothing to worry. I mean, Coco's great. Coco's a great player. She has nothing to prove. She could retire tomorrow and have had a very successful career. I don't understand the near obsession with those supposed haters. I watch tennis without favorites. You don't have to be invested either way. You can be a fan. Exactly. But yeah, if they've lost money, then I get it. People get pissy, but yeah, people get angry. She was supposed to win. Okay. 4-all. We're back on serve here. Keys was cruising, and Mboko has just dug in. 4-4 in rally. As we get a 4 again from Mboko into the back end of Keys. Mboko backhand up the line. That's a great shot. Love 15. Ooh. I'll tell you, Mboko, you can't sleep on Mboko. Not a 4-1. Coco is playing great. As that guy mentioned, lost to Potapova, Kostyuk, Jovic. Wait, as that guy mentioned, Potapova, Kostyuk, Jovic have stepped up their games this season. No need to be change of coaching. Yeah. Exactly. Love 30. See, I'm not just trying to defend Coco. It's other people seeing it too. Like, you can just look at the results and go, oh, okay. Love 30. Serve. Into the backhand is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As we're back end rally. Slice goes up from Mboko, but it's not going to make it. All right. 15-30. It's very one-sided here. Yeah, because we don't bash players when they lose. Like, that's not what we do here. When a player loses, we congratulate the other player. We talk about them. We talk about why the player that most people were following in this matchup lost. But we don't come in here and then just start like bashing people. Like, we don't do that. That's not what we do. So if that's one-sided, then that's all right. Maybe it's not for you. 30 all. Big point coming up here for Keys. Momentum against her here. As a return, goes into the forehand of Keys, backing it from Mboko. Goes long, 40-30. All right, Keys hanging on. All right, 40-30. Everyone criticizing Coco, but she has been making steady progress. Her serve is better now than it was last year. Thank you. Finally. Voices of reason. Backhand winner up the line from Keys. All right, 5-4 Keys. She throws the ball to Mboko to stay in this match. Coco's fixing her mechanics, which will benefit her in the long run. She's still young. Thank you. Thank you. Finally. Finally. All right. Castella could be back into RG quarterfinals the first time since 09. Ooh, yeah. She's probably the favorite down that half, right? That section. So that could be fun. That could be really fun. How far away do you think Coco's game will be until it's where she wants to be? Again, I don't think she's far off. I don't think Coco's far away. So looking at her results, right? She lost to Svitolina, who she's had a tough time with this year. She just lost to Potapova, Noskova, Mukova, Sabalenka. I mean, what are we talking about? How's Coco... Why has Coco got to fire her coach because of those losses? Now, yes, she hadn't lost to Noskova until... No, did she lose to Noskova? Was that the first... That was the first time she lost to Noskova, right? I think. But it was 7-6 in the third. Oh, wait, Madrid was when she was really super sick, right? Madrid, everyone was sick of Madrid. All right, love 15. But yeah. She just got to win some of those 50-50s. Like today when we got to 4-all in the third, a couple of points go her way, she wins that match, then she's on, right? It's just winning those and she has won a lot of those kind of matches, right? Castella was one of them in Madrid. She got the final of Rome, obviously, as because the net by Mboko, love 30. But she's not far off. She just needs to get a couple and maybe there's a little bit of a confidence thing against some sort of players, right? Those sort of players, Svitolina, and for sure it's a problem. But yeah, I don't think Coco's that far off. Forehand up the line, into the backhand of Keys. Slice goes into the backhand of Mboko. Keys for the backhand again, into the forehand of Mboko. Keys forehand again. Mboko gets it back to the forehand of Keys. Keys in the net, 15-30. Also, something I've noticed as well, nobody talks this way when Raducanu lost. Like, nobody is talking about Raducanu in the same way right now. Like going, oh, she should fire a coach. You know, making excuses for her. Like, being like, oh, excuses. It's like, why bashing Coco? Why not? Why Raducanu, she doesn't get any heat. Why does Coco get bashed all the time? All right. Good return from Keys. 15-40. Match points. Maybe it's because Sinner lost straight away, so Raducanu's loss kind of got overshadowed. Because when Sinner lost, everyone started to bash him, right? It was like, oh, we're going to get him instead. He was a bigger fish to attack, I guess. Match points. As a return goes wide by Keys. One save. 30-40. We've got FAA coming up next. Against Nakashima. All right, return. Goes into the backhand of Mboko. Forehand from Keys. Again to the backhand of Mboko. Keys. Backhand again up the line. Mboko gets with the forehand. Keys. In the net with a forehand. Oh, she had the point. Deuce. All right, we get the deuce. All right. As Mboko, it's a great serve. Advantage on Mboko. Advantage on Mboko. As a return from Keys, the back of Mboko up the line of the front of Keys. Mboko comes in with a forehand. Keys, no, hits a forehand again. Mboko stayed back. Keys with a backhand lob. As Mboko forehand again to the front of Keys. Into the front of Mboko. Keys. Forehand again. Mboko on the stretch. And then Keys in the net. Mboko survives. Now we are watching FAA versus Nakashima when we finish this match. Cam, you don't cover FAA? We're going to get to that after this. God damn. Chat. I don't have any kids, but I'm sure that, I mean, you sound like a bunch of, I want ice cream. God damn, man. Just take 2 seconds. Relax, everybody. We're going to get there. We're watching this Keys match. Don't worry. Felix is just starting. We'll get there soon. We'll get there eventually. It's okay. We'll get there soon. We're almost there. Is that better? Nakashima, by the way, is about to get the break. All right. Love 15. 400 rally. There's a forehand again from Mboko in the front of Keys. Mboko back in on the stretch. Keys. Forehand again to the front of Mboko, but Mboko hits it long. 15-all. 15-all. All right, chat. I was hoping that Keys would have finished that match off by now, but that's all right. All right, what's going on? We've got the night session. FAA is taking on Nakashima. And he is one of the favorites, FAA, in this tournament now. With all the carnage that's been had, we have got some... we're going to see how Zverev and FAA handle being the only top 10 players left in the draw this early on. And Felix is already down break point 30-40. We've also got Keys taking on Mboko. Mboko just saved 2 match points. Pardon me. All right. 15-30. All right. Return goes into the front of FAA. There's Nakashima in the net. And FAA survives. Deuce. Keys is down break points now. 15-40. Mboko has turned this around. Sinner bashing seems amazingly defensive by folks with thick skin, glass jaw. Mostly it's a thing said in jest or sarcasm, like we do with all tall poppies. Yeah, Andrew, you got to speak English, mate. What did you say? 15-40. Say what you're going to say properly. Like I don't like. So you're saying we should bash Sinner? Is that what you're like? You're pro Sinner bashing. Is that what you're saying? Double fold on Mboko breaks. What a turnaround. I got you were talking around in circles, mate. I don't know what you were talking about. All right. Yes, I would very much like to, bash the world number one when he loses and talk trash. Oh, okay. Well, Twitter's a great app for you guys. That's great. It's great. It's probably the worst part of the sport, chat. And I know, look, every sport has this, but because the internet. But yeah, I love tennis. Every part of tennis. The only part I don't love is when a big name loses, and all of those people come out of the woodwork and just decide that, oh, now we're gonna pile on. Like I hate that. That is one of the things that just. It was with Sinner the other day. It was one of the worst parts of that match. Was just so many people coming out and saying the wildest shit. And same when players like Gauff lose. It's just so sad, so sad. It's the worst part of this sport. I love everything else about it, but just that bit. It's just those waiting to come out and kick people while they're down. It's just that's why I get so we're pro player here. We're a pro player. Yes, we're critical of their game, but we draw the line at insults. And again, there's a platform that's for you. It's not here. It's over there, somewhere else. As that goes out by Mboko, love 15. Like, you can go crazy over there. There's people that actually will agree with you, but not here. We don't do that here. FAO holds one love. Critiquing and bashing are different. Oh, 100%. You can definitely be critical of someone's game and be like, man, that double fault at 30-all was a bad shot. That was a terrible shot. Yeah. But then coming in and being like, this person sucks. I hate this person. They're the worst. That's not critical. That's not constructive at all. That's just, it's mean. 15-all. As with a forehand from Mboko into the forehand of Keys. Mboko trying to get this set now. As Mboko, backhand again. Into the backhand of Keys. Keys hits it wide, 30-15. 30-15. Especially when a player feels sick or is injured. Yeah. No player bashing. Yeah, I feel like that should be the one strike policy too. No warnings. Like, you come in here and say some crazy shit, you're out straight away. No warning. That's just not on. We should probably clean that up. 40-15. I feel like we've let it go on. We're too nice. Too nice. All right, 40-15. As Mboko serve and takes the set. She saves 2 match points and she fights back to take the second. We're going 3. Mboko never dies. She does not know how to lose. She just fights. All right, 7-5 from match points down. All right, FAA, good shot, 15-0. She is so strong mentally, Mboko. All right. Mboko and Keys are going the distance. 15-0. That goes the net from FAA. Zan.
How do I fit in law?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to go down to every single person in chat and be like, you use sarcasm, you're a hater, you're fine. Like, I'm not going to do that. But you're still here, so don't stress. 30-15. By the way, Andrew, I do use sarcasm. That is correct. But I can't... you got to use sarcasm better in the chat if it's going to be sarcastic, mate, because I can't understand the tone of your words if you're writing mean things but pretending to be, or saying them in jest. You've got to be more obvious than that. All right. Something tells me that Arsenal didn't win. Even Mboko's looking around like, what the fuck are they cheering for? By the way, you could have said, Andrew, you could have been a little bit nicer, mate. You didn't have to be so rude. Boo! Arsenal lost. Ban everyone who says Arsenal lost. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. This isn't a football channel. It's a baseball channel. All right. FAA to serve 1-0. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. By the way, were they playing in Paris? They must have been playing in Paris, right? Because fireworks are going off. Unless they were like doing a viewing party at the stadium or something. All right. All right, and Mboko and Keys are going to play a third. FAA, 15, love. All right, 15, love. As FAA serves a let. Keys coming back from the bathroom. FAA serves a fault, second serve. Return goes into the slice of Felix. Forehand from Nakashima. Lob goes up from Felix. Nakashima with a smash. Felix backhand. Nakashima half volley is good. And the volley is better by Nakashima. FAA didn't hit a bad pass. Nakashima just had... He was just ready. All right, 15. Sorry, 30. What the fuck? There we go. 15-0. All right. Keys is serving first in the third. Who's winning the final set, chat? Let me know. Who you got winning the third? Who is winning the third? I was in Budapest this soccer, right? So they were having a party in the other state because fireworks are going off everywhere. So they are having a party. All right. $15 love. It's Key serving first in the third. All right, 30-15 Felix. As it a forehand out of the forehand of Felix. Backhand now from Nakashima. Felix backhand. And that goes out by Felix. 30-all. FA in a bit of trouble here. 30-all. Do you think Gauff will win a slam this year? She's already made two finals. She's already been in two finals. I picked Gauff to win the US Open, so I'll stand by that. As with a drop shot in the net by Keys and it's 30-15. You can faintly hear people parading around the grounds. All right, 30-all. FAA serves. And he wins the point, 40-30. All right, Keys, 30-15. 30-15. First dasher now Arsenal. Man, this day fucking sucks. 30-15. As it a forehand rally. Into the forehand of Keys. Up the line at the back of Mboko. Keys with a bounce smash. Is a winner. 40-15. I have to say, young Mboko, so composed, nothing seems to phase her. Oh, yeah. If she doesn't get injured, she's going to be so
Great
scary.
Great job, I love it.
Hey, thank you, John. Appreciate it. The 20. Oh, shit. Thank you for the 20. That was generous. Thank you, John. Thank you, John, for the 20. All right, Felix holds. And it's 2-1 in the first set. 40-15. My Montreal Canadiens lost in the semifinals, but it's okay. I got tennis now. Yeah, we've got a bit of a Canadian-American double going on here. As Mboko wins the point, 40-30. Mboko saved 2 match points in the second set if you're just joining us. All right, no more football talk. Yeah, Tiafoe's playing right now, so we'll keep an eye on him as well. As that goes out by Keys, and it's deuce. So Tiafoe, he lost the first set 6-4. Collignon and Hardy going 5, of course. All the 5 sets. All right, deuce is with a fault from Keys, second serve. There's a return from Mboko, the forehand of Keys. Mboko backhand. Keys with a volley. That's a winner. Advantage Keys to get the first game of the final set. FAA, Tiafoe, Hoda, Fonseca semis would be fire. That would be pretty fire. Advantage Keys. As Keys serves again. Double fault. And we get back to deuce. All right, deuce. As the return goes in the front of Keys, up the line of the back of Mboko. Keys to the backhand. He's a winner. Beautiful shot. All right. Advantage Keys. We won the Premier League and we made the final of the Champions League. It's been a great year. Exactly. So you can all shut up. You know, shut up. You know, shut up. We won the league. Who cares? We made the final. And we also didn't get smashed by 5-0, which what some person said earlier. Arsenal have a great year. We've had a great year. It's all them Spurs fans that are lucky. You're lucky you're still in the league. It's all them Spurs fans. Because I'm pretty sure Man City don't have any fans. At least I've never met a Man City fan in my life. I don't know anyone who's gone for Man City. $30.15. As it goes out by FAA. Nakashima, $40.15. $40.15. Ace out wide. All right, 2-0. Nakashima holds. Keys in the net, 30 love. Remember, Keys had 2 match points in the second set. $30 love. All right. Nice volley from Mboko, 40 love. All right, 40 love. Why don't the chat if we can still type? All right, drop shot by FAA. Nakashima gets it, but Felix followed it in, and he puts away the volley. 30 love. Charging tennis clubs. You've been here forever. You've been here like 6 years. I still remember you being charging Bolt. Sage has been here forever. Leon, all right. 3 years. Seems to be a sweet spot. Almost 7, I know. Yeah, you've been here since like the early days. Dutchie's here. All right. 40 love. You've been subscribed for 3 years, yeah. Zano.
Svide is only 5'9", but has the second most aces in the tournament. I'm so happy he's doing so well, and to know you can still make it in men's tennis even if you're not very tall.
Yeah, he's doing great. That's crazy. Thank you for the donation. That's crazy. All right, 30 love, sorry. Keys. Thank you, Charging. Appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around all these years. 30 love. As the backhand now from Mboko. Forehand from Keys. Into the forehand from Mboko. Drop volley from Keys is wide. And it's 30-15. Do you think Djokovic will ever get 25? Wimbledon and Australian Open. If he stays healthy, those two tournaments are an option, especially Wimbledon. I think Wimbledon this year is Djokovic. He has a chance, as long as that shoulder's not bad, and depending on where he is in the draw. But I think Djokovic is probably second favorite at Wimbledon still, right? So yeah, I think 25 is still achievable. There is still a chance. It's obviously just going to get harder and harder every time he doesn't do well at a slam. But I don't think the door is closed yet for Djokovic at a slam. He can still win a Wimbledon, specifically this one, this year. Dennis.
Maybe an Osaka versus Sabalenka final.
They're playing in the 4th round. They can't play in the final. It would be great if they could, but they can't. 30-0. Thank you for the 2. Hey, Sarath, thank you for the 53 months. Jeez, that's a long time. Yeah, they actually play in the 4th round in 2 days. So they can't play in the final, though. But they're going to play. They are going to play on Monday. Lovely volley by Keys. All right, return goes the forehand of Keys. Forehand from Mboko on the stretch. Keys, forehand cross court. Mboko gets it. Keys forehand again. Up the line is a win-up. Keys holds. 2-1, final set. 2-1, final set. All right. 2-1. 2-1. All right, back to Mboko. 2-1 Keys. Remember, Mboko did save 2 match points in the second set. Let's go back one more and see how many more people. Surely there's more people that have been here for 3 years. Maybe they're asleep. All right. 3-2 for FAA. As we get a forehand from Nakashima to the forehand of Felix. Nakashima backhand to the backhand of Felix. Into the backhand of FAA. All right, love 15. JSB.
Like smelly old cheeses, must be aged 3 years to chat.
All right, love. Thank you for the $2. Love 15. FAA. He's looking at a second serve. Next AO will be 3 years. Okay, nice. As a return, goes into the forehand of Nakashima. Forehand now from Felix, and Nakashima goes up the line at the backhand of Felix. Nakashima into the backhand, the forehand of Felix. And the backhand from Nakashima. Felix hits it back. Forehand from Nakashima again. Felix gets that back. As Nakashima forehand again. Felix up the line. Nakashima backhand cross. Felix gets it. Nakashima backhand up the line. Felix gets that with a slice. Nakashima forehand again. And Felix hits it out. 15-0. All right. 15-0. Also 30 love. As that goes in the net by Mboko. And it's 30-15. I wish I knew exactly when I became a cam soldier. Yeah, I can't check when you. I can only check when. I can only check when you become a member. But I can't. I don't know when you subscribed. As that goes out by Keys on the return, 40-15. 40-15. Mboko serves again. And the return goes in the net. No. It was a fault. Second serve. And the return winner by Keys. 40-30. 2019 was my first ever stream. Hella in 2019. I forgot which match. Probably a Federer match. I think we were watching a lot of Federer at that time. Hella 2019 would have been Federer week. 40-30 as the return goes out by Keys. 2-0. What's the difference between Norway having a chance at the Oz and the US? Because the US are at the end of the year. So Djokovic coming into the Australian Open, he's fresh, hasn't played, right? Or he might have played one tournament before that, maybe Brisbane or Adelaide. But whereas when we get to America, he'll be so beat up that, you know, he'll have a whole season behind him. Does that make sense? Like 9 months, he'll play 9 months of tennis as opposed to 1 week. Because he's going to be coming off, everybody's fresh in Australia, which everybody's also starting from zero, so nobody has form. So everybody's also maybe a little, like the players that were doing well at the end of 2025, coming into Australia might be a little nervous. The players that were injured at the end of 2025 have had the off season to recover, right? So hopefully everyone's fresh, right? So that's why I think Djokovic is, at the AO is way bigger chance. Plus, he's won 10 of them, right? So he's got the confidence and he knows he can win that. So I think coming into the AO is much better chance for him. And then Wimbledon, because Wimbledon grass season's so short, no one really gets form on the grass, even with the players. I mean, Bublik had form on the grass last year and he lost first round. So, like, the grass can throw up a lot of randomness. And also, if Djokovic decides to do a Federer and not play the clay, then that would help him maybe even more going into Wimbledon, right? So that's why I think those are the two specifically. I think French Open's way too, like, it's so physical, and it's getting harder because of the younger guys, obviously, as we're seeing right now. And then, like I said, the US Open is like end of year is tough. That guy's a hell of a mustache. That is a mustache. That is a mustache. So yeah, that's my thinking behind those two being his best chance. Also, those are his best slams, right? He's won the most of those two slams too. All right, FAA 3-0 in the first set. 30 minutes for 6 games. Yep, Felix, you've done it again. We're going to be playing till midnight. All right, 30 love Keys. She serves a fault, second serve. All right, as Keys tries to stay in front. All right, 30-15. If I didn't have other things to do, I'd be here when you were presenting. Hey, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. 30-15. As a backhand slice in the net by Keys. It's 30-0. Keys in trouble in the third. Tabilo is playing second week of a Grand Slam for the first time. That's fun. That is so fun. I love that for him. How good's that? Chile, Argentina, Brazil are all representing at this tournament. How cool is that? We've got Fonseca for Brazil, we've got Tabilo for Chile, and we've got Cerundolo up the top for Argentina. Like, how good is that? South America representing on the clay, right? I mean, that's so awesome. That is so much fun. As Mboko wins a lovely rally and it's 30-40, she's got a chance to take the break in this third set. All right. FAA holds and he keeps the lead. He keeps the lead. And it's 4-3. About time the clay court specialists had their time. Yeah, hopefully a couple of them make the quarters, right? Like, hopefully we have some South American quarterfinalists. That'd be great. All right, deuce. Mboko cannot break. As a default from Keys, second serve. As the return goes back into Keys. Back in now from Mboko. Keys hits in the net. Mboko with another break point. Advantage. Advantage. Mboko. Advantage on Mboko to get the break in this final set. Serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Keys. Forehand from Mboko. Again to the forehand of Keys. Up the line's a winner by Keys. Whew, great shot. Great shot. Deuce. All right, back to deuce. Why don't you put the match between Tiafoe and the Portuguese guy? He's actually winning. Because I don't have enough screen play time. Like, I don't have enough room on the screen. I don't want to. But we'll keep up to date with it. Don't worry, Martin. We'll keep up to date with it for you. All right, advantage Keys. Advantage Keys. As Mboko hits down the return. That's 3-2 Keys, final set. "24 minutes played." 30-love Nakashima. Nakashima hits it out, 30-15. I just saw a guy in the front row that was straight out of Mary Poppins. What the hell? That was crazy. That guy dressed up like a 1930s. Like, he's a time traveler. I must say, I just think I saw a time traveler. Holy shit. 400 rally. He's looking all dapper and shit, put me to shame. All right, backing up the line goes wide by Felix. (40-15). All right, and Mboko serving 2-3. Mboko serves. Ugh. As Mboko serves. Into the front of Keys. Good return on Mboko. With a slice, but Keys puts it away. If there is rain on the way, the humidity is going to go through the roof. And then they'll close the roof. Yeah, I think that guy was actually Philippe Chatrier. Like, it was him. It was actually him. I think it was him. Like, he is here. Like, I think that's who that was. Philippe Chatrier is in the house. And I can't be. He's not even that old. Philippe Chatrier was born in 1928. Oh, actually, maybe. He might have been. Wait, hang on. Philippe Chatrier was... Oh, he played and then he was a journalist. Okay. Nah, he doesn't look anything like Philippe Chatrier. It must have been somebody else. Love 15. For Felix trying to keep the lead here. As Keys hits it out, 40-15 on Mboko. 40-15. All right, 4-4 rally. As Keys hits a 4-hand cross-court winner, 40-30. 40-30. All right, as Mboko, 40-30. Now Mboko with the serve. Into the back end of Keys. Mboko 4-hand cross court. Goes wide. Keys gets to deuce. Keys gets to deuce. Rogelli Sim holds 5-4. All right, advantage Keys. Mboko in trouble again. All right, advantage Keys. As Mboko serves. Back in the Keys. Forehand from Mboko again. The back of the Keys. Mboko. Forehand again to the back of the Keys. Keys in the net. Ooh, nearly went over. Deuce. By the way, chat, don't forget to like the video. It does help. It does help YouTube tell. It does help tell YouTube that people actually care about these streams, and that they're worth watching. So, if you do like the video, that'd be really appreciated. And then maybe more people will find this channel. All right, Mboko with an ace. Advantage. Mboko. Advantage on Mboko. Double folds, back to deuce. As FAA hits a backhand win up the line, love 15. Great shot. All right, Mboko serves again. All right, serve again on Mboko. Into the front of Keys. Return goes back on Mboko. Keys, forehand again. There's on Mboko. Into the forehand of Keys. On Mboko with a sliced lob. Doesn't make the net. Advantage Keys. Advantage Keys. And FAA just missed the pass. 15-0. All right, advantage Keys. Yeah, he just missed it. All right, return goes in the back of Mboko. And Mboko in the... Oh, did that land in? No. It was out, I think. It's close. It's out. Keys breaks. 4-2 in the third. All right. Keys gets the break. All right, Keys serves again. She's got the break in this final set. Never seen this many 5-setters a slam before. I know, right? It's crazy. It's so crazy. All right, 15 love. Good serve, Keys. As the backhand return goes back into the forehand of Mboko. Forehand from Keys now to the backhand of Mboko. As Keys backhand up the line. Mboko forehand goes again to the backhand of Keys. Mboko wins a point. Keys overhits it 15-0. All. By the way, the winner of FAA and Nakashima takes on Tabilo in the next round. And the winner of Keys and Mboko take on Schneider, who hasn't lost a set yet this week. Keys, 30-15. 30-15. Keys serves again. As the return goes into the forehand of Keys, backhand slice from Mboko goes wide, and it's 40-15. As the return goes out by Mboko, 5-2 Keys, final set. She is just one game away from knocking out a top 10 player. Another top 10 player today going down is ridiculous. This time on the women's side, things are starting to fall apart. Why do you think it is, Cam? Just a lot of close matches, match players. Yeah, it's just a lot of really close matches, really close contests. Obviously, a couple of inspired performances too, but yeah, it's been awesome though. It has not been boring for sure. Like, it has not been boring. All right, 5-2. Keys, one game away. 30 love FAA. As he goes to the backhand of Nakashima. Forehand from Felix is shanked wide. 30-15. $30-15. All right. That's a lovely winner by Nakashima, 30-0. That's a 30 love Mboko. Mboko serves again. All right, 40 love Mboko to keep this match alive. That was a beautiful drop shot off a great return from Keys, but the drop shot was perfect. All right, return. Goes in, and then that goes out by Keys. And now Keys is going to serve the match. She's already served for the match once. 5-3. All right, Felix with 40-30. All right, 5-3 Keys. to get it done. All right. First serve's a fault, second serve. And the return goes out by Mboko. 15 love. 15 love. As with a forehand from Keys up the line, that's wide. 15-0. 15-0. As Keys serves again. All right, 15-0. As with a forehand now from Keys, inside out is wide again. Oh no, not again. And that was long. Hawkeye confirmed. Advantage FAA. All right, 15-30. 15-30. Mboko wants that break back. 15-30. As with a backhand on Mboko, goes into the backhand of Keys on Mboko. With a forehand to the forehand of Keys on the stretch on Mboko. Up the line, Keys with a backhand slice on Mboko. Backhand again, that's a great shot. Slice goes in from Keys on Mboko, back up the line. Keys in the net. Mboko doesn't know how to lose. 15-40. 15-40, great play again by Mboko. All right, 15-40. Keys serves. In the back of Mboko. No, it's a fault. Okay, second serve. Serving to the front of Mboko. Good return the back of the Keys. Mboko gets the break back. Keys in the net. Mboko's going to serve to stay in the match now, but this is getting real interesting. Felix advantage. As he hits a forehand in the net. Back to deuce. What do I think of the possibility of a Zverev FAA semi-final? They can't be in the semis. They're in the same half. They're in the opposite sides. They can't be in the semis. It'll be the final. Do you mean final? That'd be interesting. All right, back to deuce. Keys is trying to stay composed. Backhand return. Into the backhand of Felix. Backhand up from Nakashima. The forehand of Felix. Nakashima backhand again. The forehand of Felix. Nakashima. On the stretch, Felix hits it back. Nakashima with the slice. Felix forehand goes long. Wow. Terrible miss by FAA. Advantage Nakashima. FAA's wife in the house. They married, right? Wife? Partner? FAA's partner. That'll cover all bases. Advantage Nakashima. All right. Mboko, 15 love. Serving to stay in the match. Wife. Yeah, they did get married, right? Backhand return goes to forehand of Felix. Nakashima backhand. The backhand of Felix. Nakashima slice on the stretch. Felix comes in with a drive volley. Nakashima lob. Felix smash. Oh, he put it away just. Back to deuce. All right, Felix survives. Deuce, 30-love on Mboko. 30-love. And it's 40-love on Mboko with a great serve again. 40-love. Serve out wide the back of the Keys. Mboko 4 in open court. Winner. 5-all. Oh, chat. Mboko is so good. Her mentality is insane. Like, she's, 19, right? Like, she's insane. She is insane. Never made it past the third round of the French, right? So this will be her fourth round if she wins. She made it the third round last year, but that's when we first heard of her, right? I think she lost to Zhang, I think, in the third round or something, right? She came through qualies and lost to Zhang, yeah. And 12 months later, she's top 10, and she is matching it with Keys here, who, yeah, okay, Keys hasn't been the greatest lately, mainly due to injury, but Mboko is just, Keys has had match points. Keys has served for the match twice in both second and third sets, and Mboko has just gone, nah, I don't think so. 15-love. Mboko just keeps coming back. Relentless. Nakashima breaks. And FAA just let that slip. All right. 15-love Keys. As Keys serves. Into the back of Mboko. Return goes to the front of Keys. Mboko backhand into the front of Keys. Mboko. Forehand in the net. And it's 30-love. All right. First serve default by Keys. Second serve. Serve in the front of Mboko. Return the front of Keys. Up the line of the back of Mboko. Crossed in the back of the Keys. Now a forehand slice from Mboko. As Keys forehand goes cross court again. Mboko gets it. Forehand from Keys. Up the line is wide. 30-15. 30-15. All right, Keys serves again. Into the backhand of Mboko. Return is in. Keys with a forehand inside out is wide. 30-all. Nakashima's going to serve at the first. All right, 30-all. All Keys. Serve. As the return goes to the front of Keys, and she rips it back behind on Mboko. And it's 40-30. All right. Keys holds. And it's 6-5. And Mboko's going to have to serve to stay in the match. Again. All right. As Nakashima down love 30. All right. FAA a chance to survive. Coco's press conference out. Have you seen it? No. I haven't. I've been live all day. I haven't even had a chance to see if my car's still in the car park. Or if like my doors and my windows are locked. I haven't checked anything. Like I haven't left this chair. Should I watch it? Is there anything I need to watch, or is that just nothing? Is it good? Is it fine? Just a normal press conference? All right. Mboko serving to stay in the match. There's nothing special in it? Okay. Love 15. Return goes... good return there from Keys. 3 points away. Love 15 is... Oh, Nakashima with a beautiful backhand. I'll tell you, Nakashima's coach is firing me up. I'm fired up. He is firing me up. Mboko love 30. Nakashima's coach is so intense, and I'm loving it. It's great. Beautiful backhand off a smash. That was great hands, Nakashima. His coach loves that. And Mboko, double faults. Match points for Keys again. Love 40. Love 40. And a set point for Nakashima. All right, serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve on Mboko. Into the forehand of Keys. Return goes to the forehand of Mboko. Keys again with a forehand to the forehand of Mboko. Keys up the line. Mboko slice in the net. Keys wins. We lose another one. Another top 10 player on the WTA side goes. Anisimova, Gauff, Mboko. Gone, gone, gone. Keys wins. And Nakashima takes the first against FAA. 7-5, and he's in trouble now. Felix, the second best player by ranking in the tournament. He's in trouble. An hour played. Mboko fought well. She fought so well. Ah, man, what a shame. She fought so well. But just couldn't get that last game. Just to force that tiebreak. All right. We're going to merge the stream, so it makes it so much easier for me to read. Jump on over here if you want to keep watching this Nakashima FAA match, which... tennis. Good win by Mboko. Very good. Good win by Keys against Mboko. 6-3, 5-7, 6-7, 7-5 to come back after having those match points as well. So good. I mean, that's why she's a champion, Keys, right? That's why she's Grand Slam champion. She's in to the fourth round. Keys. Nobody's talking.